Who have been the top 10 Hearts players of the 2022-2023 season? That's what we're here to find out, because according to Edinburgh News, they have got the top 10 nailed on. Welcome back, guys, to Son of Scotland TV. I'm just going to quickly react here to the Edinburgh News article. So they have listed, in their opinion, the top 10 players to play for Hearts this season. I'm going to look at the top 10. I'm going to see if I agree with the top 10. Then come the end of the season, when the season is actually finished, that is when I'll probably do my top 10, or I might just rank the entire squad in order. But I'm not too sure why they release lists like this. The same with like the player and team of the year. Like, why did they call it, with like multiple league games still to go and the Scottish Cup final still to be played? It makes no sense to me why they do not wait until the season is completely finished. It's like, how can you judge who's going to be like manager of the year or who's going to be in the player of the year when there's still a major trophy to be played for, and you know, we still don't know what a lot of these league positions are going to be like. So I think it's too early to make lists like this or whatever, but I thought I would react to it since the Edinburgh News have posted it. So we're going to go through it, guys. 10 through to 1. In 10th place, they put Stephen Humphreys. They said it was a tough decision between him and Smith, but due to Humphreys having better moments over the season, they put him in. You know, I'd probably agree with that. I don't think Humphreys' consistency has been top 10 for Hearts this season. I wouldn't say he's in the top 10 in terms of consistent performances, but when you think of the moments, like he did get that goal in Europe in Florence, and then that goal against Dundee United, you know, which should have really, I'm not saying that goal should have won goal of the season, but it was better than Yotta's, wasn't it? I mean, it was a better goal than Yotta's. I think, again, the whole goal of the season thing, the whole voting thing is fucking rigged. It's voted by the fans, and Celtic and Rangers have more fans, and Celtic are obsessed. So 9 times out of 10, they are going to win goal of the season, and if they don't win it, then Rangers are going to win it. The likelihood, the chance, I don't think it matters how good a goal a non-Old Firm team score. The fans are so fucking biased that they're never going to be honest, they're never going to be truthful, and they're never going to admit that a player from outside their team has scored a better goal than a player in their team. So I think they need to change the whole award system. You can't allow fans to vote. I mean, not for something like that. I don't know who should vote on it. Maybe it should be like a group of panels, I don't know, a judge or something, I don't know. But you can't just let fans choose, because Celtic will win because they've got more fans. You know, it is what it is. So there you go. Humphreys number 10. Fair enough. I've no complaints. Number 9 with Barry Mackay. They mention here that he is either one goal away or one assist away from being into double figures combined for the campaign. So he'll make double figures in terms of goals created, either it be goals scored or goals assists. So he's currently on 9. Either way, I don't think that's that good, to be honest. Now, they're saying it's a good return here. It's decent for an attacking midfielder. I think Barry Mackay, you'd probably expect a bit more. I'd like Barry Mackay to be combining and contributing a little bit more than that. So I'm not too, again, in terms of ability, I think Barry Mackay's top 5. Ability, when he's on it, you could argue he's the best player we have at the club, right? I'm not going to deny that. You could argue he's in the top 3, maybe top 3. But this season, I'm not convinced consistency. He's top 10. I don't think he's 9th. I think he's had a poor season. But whatever, they put him in 9th. Like, I'm not going to complain. I like Barry Mackay. I just don't think he's had a great year. So, is what it is. Right, now we need to move to the next page, guys, because for some reason they've kind of messed it up here with the pages, so it's annoying. Why can't I just put it on one page? Number 8, they've got Craig Gordon. Craig Gordon is probably, you know, if he stays fit, then he is top 3, no doubt about it. But unfortunately, we all know what happened. His clash with Stephen Fletcher brought an end to his... No, I was going to say an end to his career. Hopefully that's not the case, but it did bring an end to his season. Look, I think he was performing pretty well. So I'm going to put... I have no complaints. Him being number 8, I don't mind that at all. I think he was having a good season. I don't think it was his best season. I think there was a mistake or two in there, but I think he was doing good until the injuries. So I've no complaints. Kai Rowles coming at number 7. I think he's been pretty good for us again. Yeah, we signed a new 5-year deal. I've no problem with 7th. We'll give him 7th. I think 7th is pretty fair. And again, I am happy that we got him for a 5-year deal. Cammy Devlin coming in number 6. you know what, considering how good Devlin is, I've been a little disappointed with Devlin, and I can understand why he makes the top 10. I'm not saying it's wrong that he makes the top 10, but I don't know, I think Devlin's so good. I just expect him to put in really good performances week in and week out, but you know, sometimes I feel like he goes missing quite a lot, you know, but he always gives you, he always tries, you know, that's all you can ask for. Some games you're like, he didn't do much, but you know, he's like a little pit bull, really. He's always tenacious. So yeah, no, I'm never gonna criticise his work rate or anything like that. But obviously, he has some games better than others, like most players do. Cammy Devlin being number 6, I have no complaints. Cammy Devlin, I think, deserves a spot in the top 10. Toby Sibbick coming in number 5. I thought when Toby Sibbick started the season, I thought he was garbage. I'm not gonna lie. I did not really want him to be playing for Hearts. I thought he was making a shitload of mistakes. I did not think he was good at all. I was very, very disappointed that we had so many injuries at the back that was leading to Sibbick constantly getting picked. However, he did prove me wrong. He started putting in really good performances, and I think he's dipped a little bit towards the end of the season, but the whole team's dipped, so I can't really put that down to Toby Sibbick. I'm not going to blame that on him individually. Sibbick definitely deserves a spot in the top 10. I have no complaints. Sibbick's been really, really good for us this season, so yeah, for me, Toby Sibbick. 5th, maybe it could have been a bit higher, to be honest. I think he has been really, really good, so I've no problems with that. Sander Clark coming in at number 4. Well, I think he's came in and done good. Don't get me wrong. I think he has been really good, but I think the fact that Sander Clark's coming in at number 4, to me, that would just suggest that we've not had a great season. And I don't know if that's harsh on Sander Clark, because I think he has done well, and I did make a case that I think Clark could have been in the Team of the Year. I do think he could have been in the goalkeeping Team of the Year, but I think he has made some mistakes. You know, for me, I think 4's a little bit high. I would have him in the top 10. But I'm not sure if I would have him 4th, especially when you factor in that, you know, he didn't really start playing until late towards the end of the year. So yeah, I mean, if he'd played for the full season, if Gordon got injured pre-season and Clark had been in for the start, then maybe, but I think 4th's a bit high considering that he's literally only played, like 4 or 5 months, but whatever. I think he definitely deserves top 10. Alex Cochrane coming in at 3rd. Yeah, Cochrane, you know, I'm not a massive fan of him, but I do think he probably deserves a spot in the top 10. That's all I'm going to say, really. I like Cochrane. I don't really like Cochrane, but I think he's okay. I've got nothing against the guy. It's not like I dislike him. I just don't think he's as good as other Hearts players. Other Hearts fans tend to think he is, but I mean, whatever. I mean, he's a Hearts player, so I support him. Is what it is. Moving into number 2, we have Josh Ginnelly. I think he's dropped off quite a lot this season. Towards the end of it, I think he started really well, but in last season he was really good. But I think like the longer the season goes on, he has got better, and I think the goals suggest that. So yeah, I think since the World Cup, Josh Ginnelly has been vital. I am a little bit concerned that we haven't signed him to a new deal yet, but again, that's really got nothing to do with how good he's performed this season. So for me, I think I can agree with him being second in the list. I think Josh Ginnelly earns second place. But number 1, guys, it has to be the one and only Lawrence Shankland. And I mean, was there ever any doubt, like this article says, I mean, it has to be Lawrence Shankland. 26 goals in all competitions. Breaking records, you know, first Hearts player to break the 20-goal mark since John Robertson. That's 30 years ago. So, yeah, no, for me, Shankland is a crucial player for us. And I just hope we can get him signed to a long-term deal, because I don't want Shankland going anywhere. I mean, I'm hoping there's a bit of a rebuild at Hearts. I'm hoping we get a new manager in, and I'm hoping we can add quality to the team. But Shankland's definitely the guy I want at the top of the pitch, because I believe with him up there, we're always going to have goals. So, yeah, no, the list, I don't think it's a bad list, and I actually agree with the top 2. I agree with most of the top 10. Just not necessarily the order. But yeah, for me, Shankland number 1, Ginnelly number 2. I think that's fair. I definitely agree with the top 2 in that order. So there you go, guys. That's the top 10 players according to the Edinburgh Evening News, and I agree with the majority. There's nobody in the top 10 that I would, say doesn't deserve to be there. I think they all have a shout at being in the top 10. There's just some that I think are a little bit too high, or maybe some that I think maybe could have been a bit higher. But for me, Shankland coming in at number 1, that is the correct decision. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think is the correct decision. Let me know where you would rank these guys. I'd be surprised if there's anyone out there that doesn't have Shankland as number 1, because I think he's just been so good, and I think the goal scored alone has to put him in that position. But like I said, come the end of the season, I will make my own list, and spoiler alert, Shankland probably will be top of that one as well. That's it though. Catch you in the next video, guys. Till then, peace.